Write it down right away. You want to write down the information that you're given so that you can see it better. Don't rely on the tricky little problem that you were given. So what units are they looking for? Just blank milligrams or blank grams, right? Then the next thing you're looking at, what was ordered by the doctor, right? What was ordered by the doctor or the nurse practitioner? After that, what is available? Okay. So those are the three parts of it: units, what was ordered, and what's available. UOA. All right. So here's our problem that we were dealing with. And the first question is, right, what units are you looking for in that problem, right? And we see that we were looking for what? Tablets. We're looking for tablets there. Okay. So that's our U. Okay, the next part. In that same sample, after tablets, let me get past this here. What is the doctor's order? So the doctor, right, the client is ordered to receive 50 milligrams of that stat. And beware that sometimes there's filler information that you really don't need for your calculation purposes that can kind of get you thrown off too, especially when you get the IVs. All right, next. After that 50 milligrams, right? So we got our units, we've got our order on the other side of the equal sign. And I'm sure everybody's good with that at this point. Then the next thing, what was that last part? UOA, what's available? So available, there are 25 milligram tablets of it available on your med card. Okay. So as we see it there. All right, so our format is, what units are we looking for? What was the order? What's available? And we want to try to convert it to similar units. And by the way, for those that might not remember, one of the important reasons that we identify what we're looking for, we know we're headed in the right direction when we wind up with the right units. So anyway, and that thing's not right. Okay, so we're ready. Now let's try some practice problems. Let me go back to my email there. And I guess I did all of that in the preview mode. Well, how great is that? Okay, let's open this thing up. Google Docs, okay, whatever. All right, so on your paper, here's what I want you to do is solve these first three problems. See if I can make this bigger for everybody there. Can everybody see that okay?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. So numbers 1 through 3 will be tablet. Numbers 4 through 6 will be a liquid type of problem. And numbers 7 through 9 will be IV.
Okay, so what'd you say do after you do the first three? Because I can't see the rest.
Okay. We're gonna go over them.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okie dokie. There we go. Now let's see. All right. So everybody's ready? All right. So let's just see, first of all, what did you guys get for this first one here?
Should be 1.5 tablets.
How much?
1.5.
1.5.
1.5 tabs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the other piece. Let's say the units after. 1.5 tabs. Great. Okay. How about this second one?
I got 3 tabs.
Ah, there we go. Great. 3 tabs. Excellent. Okay. And the third one?
2 tablets.
2.
Okay, good. Everybody got 2 tabs?
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. Now, it's real important that you get 2 tabs and don't wind up with like 1/4. All right. You got to do it with 1/4, you did it backwards. Okay. So now, what approaches did you guys use, by the way?
Ordered over half.
Order over half? Okay. All right, that works. That works. Now, is there anybody that struggled with any of these 3? Or maybe didn't get it right and want to see the correct answer? Okay.
No.
No? Okay. I guess we're ready for the liquid type.
Mm.
Okay. So let's do 4 through 6. Now, hopefully everybody gets 100 on this. If not, we got work to do.
Mm.
How we doing, ladies?
Horrible.
Horrible.
I'm finished.
Horrible. You say you finished?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's check it out. Well, horrible is good right now.
Mm.
So we can get it straight. All right, so number 4. What you get for number?
I got 3 milliliters.
Milliliters.
Okay, 3 mLs. Great. How about for number 5?
0.41 milliliters.
You got 0.41?
No, 0.4.
0.4 milliliters. Great. And for number 6?
2 milliliters.
2 milliliters. Fantastic.
I
Yes.
need to set up.
Okay. Now, somebody said you need to set up.
Yep, that'd be me.
All right, so cool. Which one?
If I set it up one time, then I can get the rest. But because I only set up the 30 over 10 times 1, I think I did it wrong.
Okay, so let's take that one and bring it into another viewer here for us. I think that's going to work. Or is it like blending them?
Cliff, you're so
Okay.
much fancier than me. I use a whiteboard and I scroll across it. They all know, and they all hang their heads going, oh my goodness.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know what we got going on right now, but I work with it. Can you guys see this question that I pasted in there?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, so let me come out of there and pull it into this one. Okay, how about now?
I just see your initial. Oh, there it goes.
So clients ordered at 30 milligrams, right? Okie dokie. So let's set it up like we need to. And we already know that we should start with, remember our units? Let's make this bigger. Let's go with 20 maybe. So blank, what's our units we're looking for?
30.
Well,
Oh, milligrams.
milliliters. Okay. All right. And no problem. Let's see. Oh boy. All right, so milliliters. Let's just give ourselves some extra line there. All right, now let's make some little bars. There we go. So remember, the first thing that we needed to do was put in our order. And our order up there is what? What's our order?
30 milligrams is what is
30,
ordered.
30 milligrams is what's ordered. Okay. Now that we have our units let me get an arrow here. Now that we've got our units that we're looking for, remember it's UOA, right? Then we've got our order. What's next is the A, what's available. And what do we have available?
10 milligrams, but in a 1 milliliter solution.
Right. But now, let's make sure we set this up right. Because remember, we're talking about when we're doing this, we need to set it up like a checkerboard, right? And so if this is milligrams, let me clear that up. If this is milligrams, then this should be what?
Milligrams.
Milligrams as well, right? So just like a checkerboard, our colors should match up. If this was red on a checkerboard, this block would be red on a checkerboard. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, good. So now, so we know that we need to take this 10 milligrams per 1 ml, but we know that we need the milligrams at the bottom. So it's 10 milligrams per 1 ml. Now, the beauty of this setup here is that now we can cancel out units that we don't need. We'll stick with that. And so we can cancel milligrams, right, from the top. And we can also cancel milligrams from the bottom, leaving us with what we were looking for from our units. We were looking for milliliters. This is important right here because as even though this doesn't seem like the world's most challenging problem, the issue is this right here. You want to have this check and make sure you're on the right path. We were looking for milliliters and we're winding up with what? Milliliters before we touch any math. Before we even pick up our calculator, we can see that just based on the units, we're headed in the right direction. Okay, now in terms of canceling, right? We can cancel out this 10. We know 10 goes into itself, what, one time? Let's put a 1 there. And we know that 10 also goes into 30, what, 3 times, right? And then we can see our answer. 3 times 1 at the top gives us 3 over 1. And the units that are left are mLs. So notice we saved our math for last. And by the way, no need for a calculator with this one, right? Because you know what? Here, let me explain it this way. A calculator, and this is crazy because it's so like it looks like I set this up on purpose. You know what a calculator is? A calculator is like this thing right here. What's this? A podium. A podium. And you know what a podium is for people who speak? We view podiums like this as crutches. They're crutches for people who are nervous about talking, right? And that's what your calculator is. You don't need it. And you'd be so much better off if you step from behind the podium and what? Just speak to people, right? People get the message better. And that's the same thing about your calculator. Do more of this in your mind and less on the, right? On the calculator. You'd be surprised. Yeah, that's important. Okay, so Mimi, I think you had asked about that. Do you see the setup with that?
Yes, I think so. No.
Yeah, and check out those units, and hopefully your classmates are picking up on that unit check. What, a unit check and then a number calculation check. And notice we canceled out to the point that we didn't need a calculator. Let's check that out again. So, all right, let's go back to, which one of these daggone things am I hiding this under? Okay, let me see. Share screen. And we'll go to our original problems. Okay. All right. So if you're good on those, we'll move forward, but don't hesitate now. If you want to see another one, let's go for it. And I think it might be a good idea anyway.
All right, let me see.
So,
20.
Yeah, let's check out number 5 here.
50.
Number 5 looks just kooky enough to be like perfect for us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Get rid of the milligrams.
Oh my.
50 goes into itself one time. 50 goes into 20 no time. Mm. Mm. Got it.
Okay, well, walk me through it.
So
So
20
remember our, oh, well, hold on, walk me through it. So we doing our U of A. What units we looking for?
milliliters.
Milliliters. Fantastic. Okay, now, what's next? Our order?
Yes, the order in which is 50 milligrams.
50 milligrams?
Yes,
20
50
minutes.
milligrams in 1 milliliter of liquid.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Mimi. Order.
The order is for 20 milliliters. I mean milligrams.
Ah, okay. Okay, 20 milligrams. 20 milligrams. There we go.
Okay, my bad.
No problem. No problem. And we're gonna chat in just a moment. Okay. So 20 milligrams. So right.
You're breaking up.
Our aim is what's the
You're breaking up.
Hey, bro.
my lost you guys.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh? Are we back yet?
Yes.
Uh-oh. How about now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. We fell into the matrix for a minute. Okay. So let's see. So now, Mimi, available. What goes in this bottom section down here?
50 milligrams.
50 milligrams. Great. All right. So 50 milligrams. And above that?
1.
1 milliliter. Okie dokie. Good, good. All right, now. So let's see. What can we cancel out at this point?
Well, you can cross out the milligrams from each. From the 20 milligrams and the 50 milligrams, you can cross out the milligrams.
What we do to the top, we do it to the bottom.
But the thing about that, I didn't hear him. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sometimes in the Concord, the reception is really bad.
Put you into a better network. It's hard to do right now. Man.
It's in those little offices and
Okay.
things sometimes.
Oh. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so here's the thing with this problem right here particularly. 50 can go into 50 one time, but 50 can't go into 20 at all.
Okay. And that is okay, that's no problem. Here's what we would do though. Notice that they're both a factor of what will we multiply by 10, right? To get 50.
5.
And 5, and the same thing for the 20. So basically what we can do is take a 0 from the bottom and a 0 from the top.
Bring over that
and
2.
that would leave us with 2 over 5.
And then 2 divided by 5 is 0.4. Okay, got it.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all, for y'all who got this and Mimi don't. My bad.
No, everybody learns differently. That's the importance of doing this, and it's good that you're asking those questions.
This, oh, wow. Let me see if I set this will be a little clearer.
Uh-oh, it keeps breaking up, Mr. Davis. I'm not sure. Do you have a hotspot on your phone that you can?
Go on computer. Let's see. I'm coming to the computer lab to see if it's a better signal.
I know. I find where I sit in the teachers area, I get a terrible reception. I have to use a hotspot.
Oh, okay. Well, I came to the computer lab just to see if it would be a little better.
Yeah, I bet it will.
Okay. Looks like it might be. Let's see. Okay. Well, nobody's in here but me, so I'd be okay. Right. All right. So Mimi, you good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If you follow those steps, I think you'll find over time, just keep practicing it. It's going to go a long, long way.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
I think I got
so,
it. That was smooth.
Okay, cool. Let's try some more. Let's see. Where was that? So let me share screen. And let's go to the next set. So notice, guys, we started off with tablet type. Then we moved to liquid. And now to the all-important IV. And don't forget your rounding rules when we started talking about IV. All right, so let's have everybody tackle 7 through 9. Professor, are they ready for heparin dosage calculations?
Yes.
Okay, well, we could make that number 10 maybe.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
we did go over that, and actually that would be great to go over it. That was one of the questions that we did on the last exam, and we spent like an hour and a half last week going over stuff, but this is really helpful. So I think it's that issue of crossing things out that is one of the pieces that needs to happen, understanding that component. Uh-oh. We lost you again.
Huh.
You poor thing. It sucks, doesn't it? It's so frustrating.
Yeah, this is different. Yeah, this is really different.
I find I have to use a hotspot a lot of the time.
Yeah, I probably said it all, man. Let's see. Let me try. You know, I bet it's a better signal down here by Ben.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he's got like optimum signal down there.
Yes, that's funny.
That's probably the issue. The rest of us are like, what's going on?
He's probably sucking up all that signal. Go get him. Go get him.
Yeah, there's no telling what'll happen if I hook up my hotspot. It's probably drop all kinds of stuff. And you got these big comfy couches. Nobody ever uses this stuff. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Hey, how's it going?
Well, we appreciate you doing this very much.
No problem. I'm glad to.
I know it's tricky trying to.
Go in the LRC.
I feel like some music should be playing right now, like dun 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 dun. That's what you look like walking through with that mask.
Oh,
on.
that's funny. I know it's slow-mo.
I know, especially with this mask on.
Things.
I look like a bad guy from Batman. Oh, jeez. I left my papers. How are you?
In some ways, the harder ones are easier because we get used to doing this process with the harder ones, but not so much with the easier ones. So,
Right.
yeah.
All right, how we coming? Let's see. How we coming along, ladies? Ready for the answers?
You guys got him?
Just a second.
You had like a 10-minute reprieve while Mr. Davis was walking around trying to find something. I don't know if they can see all of them. They can
really?
see 8 and 9. Can you see
All right,
all of them, guys?
Let's see. Okay, got you.
Number, yeah.
How about which ones can't you see?
They can see 8 and 9.
Not
I
7?
see them all.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. You guys doing okay with this? Have you done them all yet?
I'm done. I just don't get 9,
Okay.
but I get it, but I don't. Huh.
Okie dokie. All right, how about now? We
Perfect.
good? Okie doke. All right. So, answer wise, let's see. What's going on, Mr. B? Of course, I'm in the hallway.
Oh, no.
No, but the signal's better out here. This is good to know. This is good to know. Okay, so for number 7, what do we get for that one?
36 drops per minute.
36 drops per minute?
Yeah.
Anybody else get 36?
Well, I had to round up. I mean, that ain't right. Okay.
Ooh.
Rhonda, Kaylin, what did you get? Evelyn, Alicia, what did you all get?
Oh, I started from
I'm
the bottom.
having a hard time with these.
Okay.
I need to be walked through because I don't know why I'm having a hard time.
Oh.
Okay. What about you, Rhonda? What did you get?
I had got sidetracked, but I did number 9. I started from the bottom up.
So you didn't, okay, so you didn't do 7 and 8. All right.
No,
What
just 9.
All
For number
right.
9, I got 16.6.
Okay.
16.6 for number 9?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I need help then because I don't know.
Apparently,
he's
all right.
struggling.
Apparently they need a lot of help.
Yeah, I think we hit pay dirt. Okay.
I mean, I don't understand why either because we've done GTDs per minute, so I don't know why I'm having a hard time either.
Okay. No problem. All right. Well, this is good. This is good.
Please help us.
Got you. All right. So the first thing to know, guys, is that this is a beautiful thing. You know what happens? We spend so much time looking to feel good that sometimes we don't ever get to grow because we were looking to feel good. And right about now, it doesn't feel good. And this is awesome, you know? It's growing time. So anyway,
Pruning.
yeah, so I'm going to go through these slowly and walk through them as your classmate said until, you guys get a better handle on it. Okay? All right, so here we go. Now, before I do real quick, I do want to make sure that this was the spot where we ran into trouble and it wasn't actually the previous ones we did. Because that's important too. If we need to go back, we can. How
No, the
about
tablets we think are easy. I think if I could speak for.
I can't do these for some reason. I can do
No, you
all
said
the
the
other
other
ones.
one.
I don't know why I can't do these.
Okay. Now, when you say you can't do these, are you speaking of all of them, or are you speaking of just these IV drip calculation?
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Obvi-
because you have it as 1.5 liters over 4 hours. I don't know what it is that I can't figure it out. I mean, if it's 1.5 liters, right? Over 4 hours, correct?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Now.
But I'm going to change that 4 hours to minutes. Because we want minutes. We want GTT per minute. Per minute.
I think you need to
Okay.
go through it with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to bring you into the little teaching screen there that I was using. And never mind the old problem there. Okie dokie. So it looks like we're ready for number 7. So number 7 had that what, 1.5 liters?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's make it not so bright. Okay, so 1.5 liters of normal saline is required to be given over 4 hours, using the given set, which delivers 10 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will need to be given? Okay, so that's where we want to start with our units, of course.
Mhm.
Okay, and we're looking for GTT per minute. All right, this one may get a little bit longer. So let's make the little line there. Okay, so our order is for 1.5 liters. Now, it's up to us, but we really could jump ahead, as I believe, and do, instead of 1.5 liters, that would be 1,500 milliliters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1,500 milliliters. And that's to be given over 4 hours. So we could do our 4 hours. Well, I didn't have to write all that out. Let's see, 4 hours. There we go. It's kind of weird.
Oh, I see what I messed up.
Oh.
I wouldn't adjust anything just yet. You better probably let me finagle my way through before you adjust yours, because if I mess this up, we'll be backtracking. Let's see. So that looks good. So 1,500 milliliters over 4 hours. All right. Our next issue is that we already realized that time-wise, this problem is supposed to be in minutes, not hours,
Mhm.
right?
60.
Okay. So we need to put our hour to minutes conversion factor in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 hour up here. Now, is everybody, let's make sure everybody's with me why I'm putting 1 hour right there.
You got the 4 hours on the bottom.
Yeah.
Got the 4 hours on the bottom. Got to have the same, right?
Mhm.
Same units to be able to cancel out.
Mhm.
So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. All right, now, without doing the math, notice what just happened. If we look at our units that we were starting out looking for, we realize that what's on the bottom? Minutes. As we're doing this problem, we should wind up with what? Minutes on the bottom. So far, we're looking good. Are you with me?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're doing unit checks as we move through. Not the numbers, not the math, but based on units, we should have minutes at the bottom. And that's what we got. So we, by the way, just in case somebody's not speaking up or anything, we set it up this way. What happened? We can cancel our hours out and be left with just minutes. We don't want hours. That's not up here what we're looking for. Okay. Now, moving forward, let's see here. Let's take this and stretch this out, make it a little longer. All right. Put a crossbar here. Now, oh, there I go. Getting all colorful. All right. Now, we want to factor in this drip factor that they gave to us. 10 drops per milliliter. Now, that's 10 drops per 1 milliliter, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, now where do we want the 1 milliliter to go? Do we want the 1 milliliter to go at the top? Or do we want the 1 milliliter to go at the bottom?
Bottom.
We want it at the bottom, don't we?
Mhm.
Because if we put 1 milliliter at the bottom here, it'll cancel out with what? This one.
Mhm.
Okay, hopefully everybody's with us. Why? What we're looking for, it shouldn't have milliliters in it. It should be drops by itself. So I'm about to put milliliter right there. Okay, so we got 1 milliliter. And at the top goes our 10 drops. Okay, now just checking on our units, right? Let's just go through. So we converted this from liters to milliliters. And we can see that the milliliters is going to cancel out with this one at the bottom. Then we started with hours, and using our time conversion factor, we were able to get rid of hours and be left with minutes. All right, let's cancel it out now. Let's go red. And let's start with what we can cancel. So can we cancel milliliters?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, why can we cancel milliliters? Because one's on the top over here and one's what? On the bottom over here. Okay. How about hours? Can we cancel hours?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, because one's on the bottom here and one's on the top. Whatever you do to the bottom, do to the top. Okay. Then now, if we look at just our units that are left over, no math yet, no math, just our units. What, drops on top and minutes on the bottom. And what we were looking for was what? Drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. So based on our units, we on the right track. Now we need to do some math. But before we get to the math, let's make sure everybody's with us because we may have left some people behind.
I'd like you all to respond, please, to Mr. Davis and let him know whether you get this or not.
I'm good now. I lost my
Yeah.
mind for a second.
What about you, Kaylin?
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Rhonda?
I get it.
I got it.
Okay. All right, good, good. And trust me, don't listen. Now look at me with this. Let me share this. Okay. And I hate that I have to wear this mask when I'm in the hallway. But here it goes. Just a quick story. I was in the military, in the Navy. And I was a young dude, and all I wanted to do was party. And I was standing this watch, they call it watch duty, you know, when you've got to stand duty in uniform. So I'm standing duty with this Marine. His name's Corporal White. I'll never forget he said this to me. People were across the street at the military club. They were partying. They were getting down. I could hear the music in the play. Doof, 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 right? I'm like, man, look at me. They got me here standing here with G.I. Joe and everybody else is having a good time. Anyway, this guy looks over at me out of the clear blue and says the following. Hey, Davis, man, if you're ever drowning, ask for help. You know, he said that, and I'm thinking to myself, what possessed him to say that, right? I'm already frustrated I got to be here with him on a Saturday. Then this guy turns and says this, you know, philosophical blah, blah, you know. But check it out. All these years later, guess what I'm doing? Sharing his words with you guys. Because what he said was actually pretty valuable. What he said was, don't let your ego get in the way, get help. See, check that out. Would I be a big, strong man, right? Muscle-bound man in a swimming pool? I'm not going to ask for help because somebody might think I'm weak. So let me just drown in peace, right? Why? Because of your ego? So guess what? If you need help, hey, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Lay it on me again. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let your ego get in the way of your education. Don't let other people's opinion of you get in the way of education. Get help. You're drowning, ask for help. Yeah,
Good word.
that's a powerful lesson as it turns out. So anyway, back to what we were doing. Okay. So now, let's see. So we're sharing the screen with the thing and boom, there we go. All right, now we got our unit check. Let's do some math. Okay, so first off, we know that 10 goes into itself one time,
Mhm.
but 10 also goes into 60 6 times, right?
Mhm.
Another way that we could have done this is what? Canceled out a 0 here and canceled out a 0 over here,
Yeah.
making that 1 and 6. The other thing we can do is we can reduce from what I'm looking at. You know what? Let me ask you guys, what else could we reduce before we start punching keys into the calculator? Can 6 or 4 possibly go into that 1500 somehow?
I'm sure it can. 4 can.
Mm.
I mean, not
Okay.
4.
Yeah, well, whichever one you want to go with.
The four.
No, not really.
No, well, you were on to something.
I thought I
You-
was too, but then I lost it.
Probably because I was running my mouth. But you know what?
No.
I would say 3 could go into 6,
But there is no
And-
3.
What?
and 3 could go into the 1500, right?
Right. Oh.
Okay, so how many times does 3?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we got some light bulbs happening. How many times does 3 go? 3 goes
3
into
going to
6. How many?
6 twice.
Twice. Okay, so we're gonna change that to a 2. How many times does 3 go into 1500? 3 times what is 1500? 500. So we're gonna change that to 500. And you know, actually, we can keep going because 2 goes into itself
Once.
One.
once,
Okay.
right?
So
And we can
that's a
change
lot.
that to a 1. And how many times does 2 go into 500?
250.
2 times what is 500? Yeah, put those calculators down.
How you know
You know this.
calculator?
You
I
know
can hear
this.
you.
250.
I can hear you pecking on those buttons, man.
250.
250. You know what half of 500 is? 250. Now check out what happened to our math. All we need to do is divide 250 by 4.
Mhm.
6 points.
And what gave us what? 63.
I got 6.25.
No.
Well, okay, that's real important. Okay, now, here we go. Make sure everybody's looking at me. Here we go, mask down. When we start talking about drops,
I
you can never have a fraction of a drop.
Right.
Remember?
so 6.
Yeah,
How many
buddy.
times have I told you guys that?
There it is. There it is, right? You got to put the fist up when the people start, you know what I mean? Like, don't make me.
I have told them so many times.
It's 6. I know common
There isn't
sense.
a quarter of a drop. Have you ever
Yeah.
really tried to count drops?
Yeah.
Really?
I got it.
Because if you had, you can't do a fraction
Can't
of
do
a
it.
drop. It's either
Yeah,
a drop or it isn't.
Yeah. And so here it is. After you do all this hard work, don't miss the question because you forgot your rounding rule.
6.
Yeah.
Per minute.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. 63 GTTs per minute. Excellent. Excellent. Good job, guys. That's awesome stuff, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do another one.
It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, but you know, it pays. It pays. Well, I think we've had some aha moments. Let's see here. Let's try number. Let's just go to number Mm. Mm.
Mm.
I wonder which one of these is juicier. You think 8 or 9?
Both of
Both of them. Both of them.
them.
Oh, I hear that. That's awesome. Yeah. By the way,
I think number 8. I think number 8 would be a good one.
Because they're both done the same way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's check out 8. Okay. So 8 here. Of course, it's colorful for the moment. Let's see. There we go. Toss that up in the corner. All right. Number 8. Let's see. Did I share the screen? I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoa. Hey, something's missing. Right? Calculate this. Huh? Is that the whole question? It's fantastic.
Always mention that, so I went in and it says, well, we could just take the 1 hour, but blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so come on, because I'm not gonna do this. So yeah, right. I do it, take them.
You guys ready? Do you have this one?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. How about
Did on GTT over minutes on this one? Because it's not really saying.
I don't know.
good point. Yeah, this one is also GTT per minute.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that can be a tricky thing about some of the IV calculations because this one wasn't specific, because it could have wound up being,
Mils per hour.
milliliters per hour or.
So it's minutes.
Wi-Fi signals.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've got, so what units are we looking for now?
GTT per minute.
GTT per minute. Let's put that in there. GTT per minute. Oh boy. That'll do. That works. Okay. Then, so 2 liters.
Over
we
5
could-
hours.
Yeah, so we
Over
can make that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it 2,000
Right.
mLs
Mm-hmm.
and put that over the time frame of 5 hours.
Right.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and do my time conversion factor. So in this case, hour is gonna be at the top or the bottom.
Top.
All right. So I know that 1 hour
60.
is equal to 60 minutes. Okay. And then look for more information, which they give us the
10 GT over ML.
right. Okay. They give us a drop factor. So yeah, true. GTT should go at the top.
Mhm.
So 10 GTT. Then at the bottom, we should have 1 ml.
Mhm. Does that make sense, Evelyn? No?
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing the,
I
yeah.
just lost my mind for a second.
Well, no, I think it's really helpful how Mr. Davis is doing it, because like you're seeing how the pieces cross out the units that you don't need.
Oh, no, definitely. I don't like though all the breaking down all the way. I want it left like this and then just figure it out. Is how I do it.
What?
And I don't break it down like you were breaking down.
Okay.
I just can't. It's just too much going on then for me. It confuses me then.
Oh, so what do you mean? This setup does?
No, when you were before breaking it down, half of 500 and all this and that, this I can't do it like that. I have to just leave it at this point and then just do my multiplication.
No problem. No problem. If that works for you. I was just.
You're confusing me then.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just taking them a little deeper just so they could see how it works.
I know.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
But
thing.
if you've got the basic setup, great.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was temporary craziness.
She's going to get all of them right on the next one.
I do pretty good. I feel confident with my math skills.
All right, cool.
I don't know how to round
Good.
right. I don't read the question right and round right.
Rhonda left a message in case
Yeah.
somebody saw it.
Yeah. She's asking
Okay.
microgram per kilogram per minute.
Are we ready to cancel and the rest?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what we can cancel out. Can we cancel out milliliters? mLs?
Mm-hmm.
Got that at the top?
And hours.
And hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Leaving us with, yeah, go ahead.
2,000 times 1 times 10.
You can cancel down, remember?
Right.
Yeah, I don't like that. You guys can.
Just you don't. Some others might.
Oh, you know what? No. Let's do that. Let's do that so she can see it that way too. That's cool. All right. Oh no. 2,000 times 1 times 10
is 20,625. You getting your calculator out? No, it's 20,625. No.
20,625.
I lost my mind again. It's 20,000. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
I don't know how to use my calculator.
Okay, and now you see why I say no calculator. You get there.
I know. I screwed
You get
myself
there.
up.
You get there, no problem. Okay, so 5 times 60.
300.
300.
Maybe 67.
Okay, now even setting it up this way, right? We can still do the same method, but only this time what we're going to do is focus on the zeros. So we can take away 2 zeros from the bottom, and what?
2 from the top.
2 from the top. Wait a minute. 2 from the top.
Yeah.
And that leaves us with 200 divided by 3, which equals
66.6, and it would be 67 then.
very good. 66.6. But in our case, we're rounding that up to 67 GTT per per minute. So either way you approach it, it's just that the other way helps you to not have to do so much math. Just kind of canceling things in place.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the major value from it is not just doing your numbers, but checking your units to make sure that the problem's set up right.
Mhm.
Right.
And with that double check, that's what that double check helps you to get 100% on these.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But
the
I'm not
idea,
crossing out those zeros.
yeah, yeah. So you know what happens at the end of the test? What do? Call each other these days, right? Or you whatever, text
What
each
you
other
get,
like,
girl?
"Girl, what you get for number 5?" I put 5 tabs. Like, you got 5 tabs? I got 2.5. You know, you shouldn't question what you got. If you checked your units and you checked your math, you got it.
Right.
What the other person got is what? Wrong.
Wow. Right.
So Rhonda, is your concern about the setup of it? Like we talked about how you have to have it set up in a specific way in order to get it. Is that the concern? Rhonda?
No, it's fine. We don't have time to do it. It's fine. I'll just figure it out on my own later on down the line.
Rhonda would like to do microgram per kilogram per minute question if you have time to do one of those.
Oh,
And I
microgram per kilogram.
think one of the biggest issues is the setup of that. Kept explaining it has to be, you have to have, say, your microgram at the top and your kilogram per minute in order to calculate it out. You know, so that was one piece that we sort of went over a little bit. Whether it's
Microgram.
heparin units or micrograms or whatever it is, whether it's micrograms per kilogram per hour or milligrams or units per kilogram per hour, it's the same concept of what you've been talking about, that you have to set it up in a specific way in order to resolve the problem.
Yeah, I think we'll set up another session for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I don't want to
It's
do
enough.
is oversaturate.
I
Because
agree.
I think some people have some light bulb moments, and boy, that next step is a doozy.
Yeah.
and
I
and
agree.
it becomes one of those things where they almost had it, you know, but then that last thing confused them.
And I would suggest that you could go, I presume, in your RN Cliff Notes. Do you have something that they can look at regarding the microgram per kilogram per minute?
I don't just yet.
Okay, that's fine.
I need to put that in there though.
Yeah, well, maybe we can have the opportunity to have Mr. Davis just to go over one of those problems in the next couple of weeks. So that it clarifies it for you, Rhonda, but you know, or even a one-on-one. I know that we're all in tomorrow in the lab actually all morning.
Oh, really?
We're actually going to be. So.
Okay, yeah. If you're here, just grab me.
Yeah, we're actually going to be there tomorrow from 10 till 1. So
awesome.
Maybe if she has the opportunity to meet with you and just go over that would be great. It's the same setup though. It's the same concept that you have to cancel out the other pieces. But this has been really great. I appreciate it. And it's always good to have a different perspective. I mean, it's the same information, but you do it very, very well.
Thank you. Yeah, guys. What it boils down to is using dimensional analysis is beautiful because it's applicable to every situation. You don't have to change the formula and nothing. It's the same setup like your professor's saying. You'd use the same setup for the other problems that Rhonda's speaking of. But yeah, we'll take a look at some of those.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Yeah. Thank you guys. Let that information marinate and maybe I'll visit you guys tomorrow.
That's it. We'll be in the lab.
Okay. All right, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies. So we don't have that long left. I don't know if you managed to get the second. Probably not. We actually have probably done 3 hours. Let's see, what time? 12:30, and it's now 3, 12:30, 1:30. So we've probably been working for about 3 hours. And Rhonda, maybe what I'm thinking tomorrow, I'll bring in hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah. What I was going to say is I have a dopamine question that I'll bring with me tomorrow, and we can just go over that. But it's the same concept of what he was saying. And I think once you get it, you'll go, oh my gosh, I got it. Or as I say, there's the opportunity as well to meet with him one-on-one, and that might be helpful as well.
Yes, ma'am. I was just concerned because I just wanted to make sure I get it down packed. So
Yeah, no, I agree.
Today. I'm gonna do some more practice questions later on today, but I figured that there will be some of these particular questions on the practice quiz that we have coming up for the doses count.
For Thursday?
Yeah. No, next 2 weeks for the midterm. Is we having a practice? Yeah.
Okay. Well, remember on Thursday, you have 24 hours to do the quiz. And I really strongly suggest that you take a breath, take your time, don't rush. That's really why I'm not going over the stuff today with you, because you got 24 hours to do the quiz, you know? So you've got plenty of
quiz on?
Hello?
What chapters is the quiz on?
It's going to be from the week before. So
okay.
Chapter 5, I'm sorry, not Chapter 5, I'm sorry, week 5.
27, 30.
Yeah. So it's going to be, let's see. Give me a minute. Of course, the one sheet that I want, I don't have. But yes, and I would suggest you look at your Silvestri. It's going to be on, well, actually 27, 28, 29, and 30.
Dang.
And let me just check something for you guys as well. Give me a second here. I found that helpful. I think he has a great way of teaching it. Oh, hang on. Give me a minute. I just want to confirm something. There are questions to do with cancer. There are some cancer questions in there. But the cancer questions are related to the topics that we talked about last week, which is to do with laryngeal cancer. You know, what would a patient, remember we talked about the type of surgical procedure that a patient needs if they've got laryngeal cancer. Anybody remember that? what it would be? They get rid of the whole larynx, right?
Mm-hmm.
So remember, they can't talk, right? So that's something to bear in mind. Remember, if somebody, and again, this is all to do with these chapters that we talked about, but bear in mind, if somebody has cancer of the larynx or cancer of the throat, they may end up with a tracheostomy, right? So we're looking at the potential of what you're doing for that patient with a tracheostomy. Let's see, there was some other. Yeah, and remember I talked about lung cancer and the PAC year smoking history and things of that nature. So remember what that was? It's how many years over how many packs, isn't it? What does that mean? All right. So it's not specific to cancer and to doing with chemo and things of that nature, but it is related to the respiratory type of patient. Okay, so those are the chapters, but please bear in mind that you should be looking at your Silvestri chapters as well, chapters 54 and 55. Let me just make sure. I feel like I'm missing something. Bear with me. Yeah, okay. Yep, that's it. So those are what we're looking at. And then tomorrow, as I say, I'm not going to, seeing as though, you know, there's no way you're going to finish that other clinical piece today, and I don't expect you to. So, you know, we've actually done a good couple of hours of dosage calc this afternoon, which is great. I think you needed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this will be recorded, well, this whole thing is recorded, so I'll upload it, and you can always fast forward to this piece Mr. Davis did and go over it again if you want to, if that's helpful for you. And then tomorrow I will bring this microgram per kilogram per minute question with me on dopamine so that we can just go over that one as well. And hopefully that will help click in a little bit. All right.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
It might be, I mean, and I'm not trying to put nobody else on the spot, but I just got a question. Is it okay if me and Evelyn go ahead and at least submit our question and answers?
For the other piece, of course, if you've done them. Have you other guys done them? Did you others do the questions?
Oh, ma'am, not yet.
Not yet. Wait, you know what? Do you think you could, seeing as though the other team have? Do you think it would be possible to do that?
That's fine.
I think it would be helpful for you because remember, when we do lecture time, unfortunately,
I mean, it's better to me. We did that before doing the PowerPoint.
Say that again. Hello? Mimi?
You're breaking up.
No, someone said something and I didn't hear what they said.
We did it. We did the questions earlier. We just didn't do the PowerPoint for this.
That's fine.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, submit the questions. That'll be lovely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And the other team, I suggest do the questions. The reason it would be helpful for you, and it's really for you, because just like you focused on hemorrhagic stroke and you understood the connection between hypertension and the potential for hemorrhagic stroke, I think that this other one would be helpful because it talks about having a heart attack and MI. And although we don't actually specifically go over that on Thursday, you know, you're really not going to go over that, I don't think, until the next term. But I want to sort of cover those things a little bit just to get it in your head because you're going to need it, right? So I would suggest that you do it and you can upload it by the end of today. If you can upload it.
If you refresh, it's done.
Upload what the questions?
Yeah, the
Just do the question as a group. Let me just, give me a second here. I'm not going to make you do a PowerPoint or anything. Just do the questions, because you guys have been, I mean, really, we've pretty much been on all afternoon. So, this is why I drink tea all day. I actually had green tea and lemon. That was my afternoon one.
I have to try that, what you're doing with that individual tea, because it just doesn't look right when I put it in my tea bag. It just floats when I try to.
Well, you see, that's why you have to be a tea snob like me and start doing
filter.
And then just go with, I don't know if you probably can't see that, but there's a lemon wedge in there.
Oh, wow.
I squeeze a big load of lemon in there. All right, let me just look at this a second. Give me a minute. Yeah. So just in your group, Elisa, Rhonda, and Kaylin, just answer the questions for the gentle Mr. Salazar, who had the myocardial infarct, all right? And it looks like Mimi and Evelyn, you've already done that. So if you just want to upload it.
I did.
And you guys don't need to do a PowerPoint or anything. But I do want you to understand the differences between the health considerations for men and women. And we'll go over some of that on Thursday. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your time. I hope that was helpful. I find it helpful. It's always helpful to do a bit of dosage calc, from a different perspective.
Yeah.
What'd you do to your hand, Mimi?
It's nothing. I have to do it today. I cut my finger, and how does the nurse not have a doggone first aid kit at home? So I had a makeshift.
That's why I ain't been on the camera. My hair is woo.
Yeah, my
I
hair
still got my Cleo braids. It's like.
Is it okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I went in the drawer to make my coffee, and I snatched it too hard on something in there, so it's okay. No stitches needed. No suture.
See, tomorrow we can do stitches and a tetanus shot on Mimi.
Yes.
I was in the military. I got all that covered. I'm good.
Oh, I don't know. There's always room for a booster.
No.
All right, guys. So if you can, as I say, if you can, both groups just upload the questions, the answers to the questions for me. We will call it a day. I will see you tomorrow, 10 o'clock sharp. Okay. I'll be there a little earlier because I'm going to get some check off stuff for you guys. But, be there by 10 so that we can have a few hours in the lab. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
You've all got my number if you need me. Talk to you, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Me for the call.